No. Just say like we're getting so many of them that if you can't fit it into one 3-minute-er, multiple 3-minute-ers won't be played.
Yeah, we can't be doing that. Hey! I think we're live.
Who?
The show.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Girth.
That's what they've been calling me for a while now.
Dean is officially first.
Dean who?
The Dean of Mean, Keith Mazur. Or Dean Mazur.
All right, we have 3 emails.
Woo.
Light Peach,
Jordan, first time watcher. Welcome to the show.
Langer, and Drumera 989.
I guess I should fix the chat, huh? I could team viewer in over there real easy. Oh, yeah.
I just think that you should have put the mount for that screen on this end of that desk.
I mean, it could easily be moved.
You know what I mean? And then, then maybe the camera could be... Now, does it have to be at that angle? Is that
What are you talking about?
that
This?
little desk?
What are you talking
No,
about?
God, I have nothing to do with that camera. That little desk. Could you say, kick it out like
It's
that?
completely two separate things, yeah. Kick it however I want.
As long as it's underneath there, right? You could kick it out like that.
It doesn't even have to be under there. They could be completely separate.
We should incorporate it into the set.
What, move everything down further? I mean, we've only got
You
so
should have
much.
3 separate camera angles. You should have one camera angle that's for that seat only. You should have the second camera angle.
Depends
that's
on the
for-
show.
That's for exactly.
Well,
that's
on-
for this, and then you should have one camera angle where it covers all 4. where you can
On Going Broadway, that's the way it works.
what do you mean?
That podcast, Going Broadway, we have the 3 different angles like that.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Welcome at Jordan Spoling. If that is his real name, I have serious doubts. Who would make up a name like that, though?
Cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal. And you hear me? We're live, mate.
I don't miss Lars. Made me think of him for some reason.
Why did we decide to gain control of the button? So who did we decide to gain? Well, we
Nobody.
haven't decided yet. We're waiting on some more emails and voicemails for it or whatever.
There's a lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of what
But
have yous.
you have till next week when Armand gets back to submit your Photoshops with the word docking on there.
Yeah,
or
since he's
dock.
not here this week, we can't do that.
I might get a whole day of mate. I even did it last episode. You used to notice it, Dulcie Ray. What do you think about that, man? Give me the button. I'll accidentally lose it.
Well, fuck you, Jordan.
Light Peach, you said that 3 or 4 times. Are you impressed with the stream, setup, the inclusion of the...
Thumbs up on the stream's peeps.
Yeah, he said that 3 or 4 times last show. You know, like...
I don't get it. I'm always very hesitant with Peach.
Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes he is genuine about it,
Good old
too.
Shane is a troll sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't like you saying his name either.
Oh, sorry. Good old
Bane.
Bane. Bane is something of a troll from time to time.
That guy who was in the blue hat. That was Ocho Man.
Hey,
Bane actually bought a jersey from him. No, not really. Just helps out exposure. Oh, okay.
Nice. Thanks, guy. He's like, nah, you suck, but, I'm going to give you props anyway.
Yeah, for real. That was Ocho Man. All right, let's start it up.
Hold on, another minute. We'll start it up.
Let's do it now.
All right, fine. Fuck it. Fuck it.
We've got nuclear weapons, mate. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You goddamn right, George. Wrecking fucking rabbits next.
It'd be weird doing an after show without anybody else for a while. You know what I mean? Or,
Oh, yeah.
Not for a while, but
You're
it's been a
listening
while.
to Surreal Talk, a look
the average
inside
IQ
the world of
shout
cults,
out to
conspiracies, and
Totally
the
can't hear you.
paranormal.
Don't worry about it. It was good. It wasn't meant to be heard. Something's not right, man. Something's not right. Something's bullshit here, and I don't believe it.
Honestly, this crazy shit could be completely possible. We should have reconfigured with two mics.
Disclaimer.
On
We
each
reserve the
end?
right to be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we should have. It'd been all right, though.
We can always
know
I
the
mean,
whole story.
Fuck it.
Stink again. Think again. Yeah, we can. We'll do it
Now your
middle of the
hosts,
fucking...
Eric
I'll do it
and
after
Eric.
We just stop the music, replay the music.
Well, we'll just do it after the intro.
Live?
Live. Yeah. Welcome to Surreal Talk, a look
No,
inside
hold
the
on.
world of
Do that
Jaleel
again.
White.
Do that again.
What?
Do the whole welcome to Surreal Talk thing.
Oh,
'cause
welcome to
Brian hates it whenever you go over the music because he adds the music again later, and it's hard to re-add it if it's under your voice.
Oh.
Makes sense? I think it's where I explain this. Anyway.
Welcome to Welcome to Surreal Talk. Look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal. Lineupmedia.fm production, and we are back.
Man, I think you fucked it all up today. Like 9 intros.
Well, I know, but it's been so inconsistent lately because everybody keeps interrupting me. So I just been like, fuck it. Nobody cares about the intro. Why should I care about the intro?
You want to have a button that mutes everybody but you whenever you're doing the intro?
No, because that button could be used against me.
No, I mean it'd be just
kind of like nukes.
I don't know.
Do I want nukes? No, because.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Like this button has been used against you, and now we can't hear you. Huh.
So like me having nukes would be like.
You went to the other mic.
The same ass thing, you know. I don't want nukes if it means other people get to have nukes. Exactly.
Damn it. Well, let's get right into it, man. We talked about nuclear warfare today on the main part of the show, but I doubt we'll talk too much about that on the after show today. Let's hop right in and do some voicemails here.
Hello, voicemails already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So do you remember if we played this one last week?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Okie Boy here.
Nope. I don't remember.
Just a little random thought.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
How my mind works. Basically, I have random thoughts all the time.
Yeah.
But the other day I was listening to Spotify and was listening to Eminem's new album.
Really? Music to get murdered by.
And it's pretty much
about the shooter.
It samples Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. You know that old song.
Yeah.
It's sampling
Simon
that.
Garfunkel.
And but the message Eminem's trying to get across is the mindset of the Las Vegas shooter, Stephen Paddock.
Yes.
And it really kind of got my mind.
It's a good song.
Whole fucking Las Vegas shooting deal.
Good video too.
To me, it's still so fucking crazy.
To most people, I would say.
That guy worked alone. I mean, I don't
pause
know.
it. Do you think people pause in their talks just to they're like, I know these assholes are going to say something back as I'm recording this, so maybe I should just give it a second and then finish my thought.
Yeah, probably. Give us time to pause it.
I think so.
I bet they think that. I don't know. Anyway.
Who knows? But
not me.
You know, I know you guys did an episode on it, but y'all did an episode pretty much right after it happened.
Right.
It
wouldn't be too bad to go back to it.
Really wasn't out
Could
there,
revisit.
Honestly, I still think there's not very much evidence on it anyways, just like there is almost every other shooting. But with you guys kind of coming off the Columbine pretty recently, I think that might be worth looking into. Maybe doing another V2 or
string of
2.0
shooting
on
shows.
that one.
Yeah, possibly.
Just kind of giving a little bit of
6 weeks of shootings?
Try to help you guys out.
We could do 6 weeks of shootings.
6 weeks of shootings, huh?
6 weeks of school shootings.
Hope you guys have a good week. All right.
Thanks,
we will.
Oki.
Thank you.
His email address, I don't know if this is his real one, but it's listed as bigtitssmalldicks@gmail.com.
Hey.
All right.
Sounds like a club I want to be a part of,
so
you know?
I got a 3 set here come from Midwest Anthony. I don't know if you're in the chat today, Anthony. If you are, I got a feeling you probably are. You almost always are. But I haven't seen you all day. Any which way, this goes
Ted from Chicago earlier.
We got to stop these three in a row voicemails, guys. Having 10 minutes dedicated to one voicemail is just not working for us.
Yeah,
so
you get 3 minutes on the show from now on.
This is the last time I do a 10-minute voicemail. So here we go, Midwest Anthony.
Hey, fuckers.
Hey.
What's up, Anthony here? I just wanted to leave a voicemail. I've been catching up on the past couple episodes, like actually really listening to them.
Oh, right on.
Been pretty busy, but I did get some time to look into the question I asked you guys about fentanyl and preemies.
I don't remember the question.
I probably should have restated it, but it's a little clearer in my head once I looked into it a little bit. So the deeper question that I have is, do you guys think that because the preemie babies, especially the really early ones, with their brains being underdeveloped and all that stuff, giving them that minuscule amount of fentanyl, does that create inside their brain chemically like a backdoor switch?
I have no idea.
So as an adult, they taste an opiate.
Are they basically more apt to, or more?
So like once the old saying, like once a pit bull tastes blood, bud, that's all he wants from now on.
No, I don't think that's what he's saying at all. I think what he's saying is, are they more likely to become addicted later in life because they've had a taste for it earlier in life, and it's like they get that taste again.
But he's talking chemically.
Chemically,
is there?
Like,
are you more inept to?
More predisposed to addiction.
There you go. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know either.
Do it or get it or whatever, however you want to put it, and it flips a switch and like jump starts them into addiction. Even I mean, I know opioids are very addictive to begin with.
That ain't no shit.
So that's kind of the deeper question. And so when I looked into it, as we know, the cops have died from either accidentally touching fentanyl, bare skin,
pussies,
without gloves. They OD right there because it goes right through the skin. So we know it's some very potent shit.
No, that can't be right.
From what I understand, 80 to 90% of the fentanyl that is caught in busts or drug raids or whatever you want to call them, supposedly traces back to China. I guess something when they break it down and they test how it's made and what's in it. Because
it's kind of like a fingerprint.
I guess there's a difference between fentanyl and synthetic fentanyl. Anyways, it's deadly shit.
I'm sure there's different ways to synthesize it, and those have markers about how it's kind of like how the CIA can tell where a hack comes from. You could probably tell most likely where a drug was synthesized by the markers in it, how it was done. You know what I mean? Like how Walter White, you know what I mean? He had it's still methamphetamine, but it's got his markers because he had his way of doing it.
Right. So kind of like how if something was created after 1945 or whatever, it'll have isotopes in it, and if it,
Well, no, that's not really.
It's like carbon dating, right?
Yeah. No.
No, isotopial.
Anyway,
what's the name of it? Come on, there's a fucking
I'm just
going
to stop you before you embarrass yourself.
No, I've already done that. So what's the name for it?
Carbon dating is part of it, but one of it's they use it in like paintings and shit like that to see if shit's authentic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
what's it called?
I don't know off the top of my head.
You're supposed to know that.
I never claimed to.
But what I found out is when they're using fentanyl for babies because
they're not good enough for heroin.
It obviously it's more faster acting and better than morphine, but they were finding up to an extent with morphine use it was causing developmental issues up to a certain amount of.
What are they giving babies fentanyl for?
Pain.
Obviously pain, but pain for what?
And I wonder if, like Chastity was saying, was like if it's for the mother during delivery, they give them pain medication, pain management.
Is fentanyl what they give a mother? I wouldn't think so.
They give them that gnarly ass shit that makes them fucking, what's that back one called? An epidural.
Yeah, but that's still not.
What's in an epidural?
I don't know that it's opium based or not, but it goes right into your spine. So probably be Tylenol going right into your spine and paralyze you for a while.
You think so?
I don't know. Here, carrying on.
Weeks. Same with fentanyl, but they use less of it. And I think from what I read from one of the medical sites, that it was a paper that was published for the testing, that you could go a little bit longer without reaching those effects.
Yeah.
Now, I will have to find this again and read deeper into it.
Oh.
But, and that's the thing, too, is the other question I have is it really China flooding this? Like, yeah, I believe it. But, I'll leave another one.
Yeah.
Long.
What did he say?
God damn it, fucking long. He went too long.
He realized it at the end. He's like, fuck, this is way too long.
There we go.
Okay. So what I was going to say about China.
What were you going to say about China?
And fentanyl is, yes, I do. I could easily believe it because China is a fucking bunch of scumbags.
Well, I mean,
turn a dollar.
I wouldn't say
no matter what, just to hurt us, they will do anything to undermine us. We know this.
Maybe turn again.
But on the flip side, is this just like the crack epidemic? We know the CIA, the U.S. government, was fucking around in South America, cutting deals with the cartels, flooding the U.S. with cocaine, laundering their monies for all the shit that they were going to do elsewhere.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem that far off to me that this could be another possible, psyop or something. I mean, what else? I mean, the crack epidemic ruined.
See, the thing about it is, though, the opium epidemic, I mean, there's plenty of other ways, like pills, for instance. You can get out there.
Have you noticed how, stricter they're getting on that? Like, they're actually, making it to where you can't get that stuff like that anymore.
Really? Well, heroin's pretty easy to get, too. But my point is, why are they targeting babies with fentanyl for, to create the next crack epidemic? Are they looking 20 years down the line where they reintroduce another opium?
No, what they're doing is making sure that they're, if what he's saying is correct,
they're creating an army of predisposed junkies.
Drug heads, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
The black community.
Eventual downfall of society.
And some
long gone, man.
and we know that for a fact. So seen it firsthand, and I know a lot of listeners probably have, and you guys probably have too, seen what heroin has done to people. I know a lot of friends, a lot of acquaintances that have lost, peers, people in their age group.
Shit, how many people do you know personally that have died from heroin or heroin related?
So 14 people that I actively talked to and knew, and 8 of them were really, really close friends.
God damn.
Yeah, that a lot.
14
heroin.
people you know that died from heroin, and 8 that were close friends died from heroin.
Yeah.
How the fuck did that happen? Like, seriously, in this area,
It's
what
a bad
happened?
drug, man.
So everybody was on it, huh?
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense that, like, if you were, you're fucking around with it, and you would know people that were fucking around with it.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Heroin addiction.
Lucky
I know a
motherfucker.
couple that have too, and I've watched a couple friends struggle through the addiction to get clean. So
Dirty shit.
I guess that's part of a larger conspiracy, and I wonder what your guys' thoughts are, and I also wanted to kind of bring up that there's insulin black markets because insulin is so goddamn ridiculous.
Right, it is.
And my wife's friend down in Illinois, they were talking about this because my wife's diabetic and her friend is too. People from the state or people that have state insurance or disability or whatever,
right,
get a set amount of insulin.
Yeah.
Usually a lot. Well, they will sell it. So there's an insulin black market because other people that just have state insurance never get enough insulin. And I know this firsthand because I watched my wife go through it. It is a pain in the ass to get it refilled. Although it's covered, it's still a fucking pain in the ass. I remember my wife being out of insulin for 2 weeks trying to get a hold of her doctor to get it refilled.
When you die? I don't know how it works.
So,
but
then Illinois puts a price cap on insulin. So it's government fixing a government problem instead of letting the free markets fix this. So I don't know. That's just frustrating because I had to pay an ass ton for my wife's insulin right now.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
But anyways, fuck you, Eric.
Thank you.
And keep up the good work, boys.
Hey, go
Later.
fuck yourself.
So you think that would be it from him? There's still another 3 minute round. I don't wonder where he's got here on this one. This is different, but the same in Miss Anthony.
God damn it, I'm sorry.
Are you?
But just to clarify, on the insulin thing too, now that my wife has private insurance through me because she's a stay-at-home mom now with all the kids.
Right.
She's lucky.
It's like instantaneous getting the.
I wonder what he means by all the kids. How many kids does it take for you to refer to him as all the kids? 5?
I think that's like a generalized term for her kids and his kids.
Stay home with all the kids.
Well, her kids and his kids, and then they get married, and now it's all
they
the
got
kids.
a Brady Bunch thing
It's
going
all
on?
the kids. I don't know. That's what I got from it. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Why didn't you explain this beforehand to us there, Anthony? You're leaving us out in the cold. Anyway.
Insulin. And now I am fucking pretty goddamn conservative, libertarian, whatever. Leave people the fuck alone kind of guy.
That's probably close.
But when it comes to shit like that, shit that people require that they're born, like my wife's type 1, she was born with it. When it comes to shit like that for type 1 diabetics, just like EpiPens and stuff, I don't understand why it's so fucking expensive. Like that is the one thing
because it can be. It's free market. That's the downside of capitalism. In a system where you can work hard, make money for having a product that no one else has, there's the potential to really exploit the fact that there's no one else has that product.
Yeah, think about PharmaPunk. What's his fucking name? The dude that bought the fucking pill and then like up.
That's what he's talking. EpiPen, the EpiPen guy.
What was his name? He bought the Wu-Tang album too.
Yeah, I don't remember what his name is. It doesn't matter. The point is, he was the only one that had it.
Yeah,
and he could charge
Martin Shkreli or something.
Whatever it was, he could charge that fucking exorbitant amount for it. $700, I think they were up to.
Yeah,
because no one else had it. That's the downside of capitalism. At the same time,
free market, baby.
What if it was you that had a product that nobody else had, and you could charge that much for it? I think you'd probably want, unless you hate money and they're just so moral that you wouldn't, you couldn't see making money off something that everybody needed.
Oh, and people nowadays, there's cocksuckers. They could have the cure for fucking AIDS. They could have literally the fucking cure.
Would you give that away for free?
I give it away for $1.
To who?
Anybody that needed it.
Okay, so you're going to give away the cure for AIDS, and then it's going to be scooped up by a pharmaceutical company who then puts a label on it, now their brand of the cure.
Then they got to charge less than $1.
So you're licensing now.
No. I mean, they can scam it away all they want, but why would, with free market, why would somebody go pay their $40 for the pill for the cure for the AIDS when they come get mine for $1?
Well, because, like Walgreens only buys from fucking Pfizer or whoever.
Okay, so I'm a holistic medicine. Come get it.
I don't know, good luck. I mean, if it was that easy, then why isn't it that way, Eric?
Because I don't know the cure for fucking AIDS, okay?
I'm talking about anything that comes out. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
You can come out with generics for anything, but it still costs shit tons of money because companies want to make money.
Right.
My point is, are you so moral that you would just more or less give something away?
Well, look, I can't. My operations. I'm gonna have to cover operational costs.
See, there it is.
There's overhead, of course. My salary, finder's fee, and then there's finder's fee.
And then people just end up in jail for fucking scamming people.
10% off the top immediately for that, and then there's investment opportunities that I'm gonna need.
I'm completely against one-payer healthcare, socialized medicine, all that bullshit. But when it comes to insulin or other things that are required for somebody to literally stay alive, that is what fucking kills me. That costs so much. And we've got mid-tier insulin, which is we
don't even got the goods.
A couple vials is like $400 a crack.
We need the
My
exotics.
insurance only covered half of it for the first time, but later, the more I buy, the more they cover. But
first hits for free.
Fucking me, and I'm not even going to go into that.
But I get it.
The state insurance will cover it all, but it's always cheap insulin. High tier insulin is anywhere between $600 to over $1,000. $600 or over $1,000.
That's that shit they harvest from the little fentanyl babies.
That's the good.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, he's still gone.
So that's one of the things that really fucking frustrates me. And again, the medical system is so fucked up, just beyond belief. I could probably I could just ramble for fucking hours, and it wouldn't even be rambling. It'd just be me fucking raging. So I just want to clear that up. And when the fuck are you guys going to do the Patreon show? I don't.
Oh, shit. We lost him.
Whatever. Listen.
I'm kidding. He's there.
Nobody responded to the email, but god damn it, you could still coordinate it. I don't know.
I
guess I just want to fucking ramble at you guys for a while.
Okay.
I've got so much that I could probably talk about, but anywaes, nobody gives.
You want to do it one of this Saturday or next Saturday?
But I just thought I'd just clarify that.
I have tournament.
And
hold on. When's the next Saturday?
Next tournament is this Saturday.
You still doing Sundays for a while? Is that a thing still?
Yeah, till the 19th.
So sometime later this month, we could probably do a Sunday.
I would say last Sunday of the month would be applicable.
All right. Tentatively, then. Patreon supporter show.
Get on Everett's ass. Email him at ehicks. Never mind. But get on him.
Yeah, tentatively. Any which way. Last Sunday of the month. Going on.
The joke that I always say to my wife's friend is well, get you a white boy with some white boy insurance.
Well, that's true.
That white boy insurance.
You do.
I don't know. It's fucked up. I'm fucked up for that. But
no, you're not. It's all right. I get it.
Again, fuck you, Eric. Quit fucking with the goddamn Discord names and who's on whose team. And
So you're Team Eric. Got it.
No. You know how many Team Erics there have been that have been like, what the fuck? Why am I Team Eric?
I switch them all back.
Yeah, well, no, you don't, because I've did a bunch of them.
Well, calling Skylar fuckhead is pretty goddamn funny.
So he wanted to keep it. Stop right there. The guy wanted to keep the name. I was literally just messing around changing nicknames to figure out if I didn't know you could do that, right?
Sure.
So I changed the guy's nickname to Fuckhead, and then he's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Oh man, my bad. I got busy doing something. Forgot to change your name back. I was fucking with the nicknames to see if I could change them." And he's like, "You know what? I want to keep it."
Join our Discord. There's plenty of shenanigans going on there all the time. SurrealTalkPodcast.com.
Look out for
Discord.
Fuckhead though.
Look out, Skylar Legion there, and he goes by many names. You never know if he's going to be there that day. But,
main one being Fuckhead.
Main one now being Fuckhead.
Let me get an email going.
All right, get you one going. That was thanks, Anthony.
This is from Light Peach. He comes to us and he says,
"Oh, I heard of him."
Wait, well, so title of the email is Galen Windsor.
Okay.
He basically worked with a bunch of and designed a bunch of nuclear power plants, etc., and talks about how safe it is. He has a bunch of videos on YouTube saying he was swimming and drinking the wastewater. He has all the credentials to back himself up. Check him out. And he drops a wiki link.
I saw a picture of that guy. He had a giant tumor on his forehead.
Are you serious?
No.
Yeah, no shit, right? It was like perfectly okay.
He had 3 eyes like Blinky from fucking Simpsons.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get a drink of water before I read this next one. Shit.
So what he's saying is there's somebody named Galen Windsor out there purporting that nuclear waste is a hoax.
I imagine if their YouTube videos, the guy probably isn't alive anymore because he'd be all over the place saying, I swam in nuclear waste and did nothing happen. It's probably from a long time ago. I'm just guessing. I don't know, though.
I'm checking it out here real quick.
Oh, man, Armand would love this email. We might need to save this for Armand. Listen to the first line.
Okay.
To the global warmers. That means you, Eric. And then he goes in on it, the whole thing.
So how could you make sure we read that one next week?
I can star it. With a red star instead of my normal orange.
Oh, shit. Everybody remind us, Eric, next week, do the red star.
Yes. I got to figure out how to do that from this position, though.
You going to do another one? You want me to do a voicemail?
I got one more.
All right.
This one comes from Dramera. Drummer A, 89.
Dramera, gotcha.
Hey, guys. Been a couple of things that you guys covered that I may be able to help with or bring up another argument, however you want to look at it. Beforehand, I am still catching up with the episode, so these things may have been brought up already. So if so, disregard and tell me to fuck off. We will. Probably not. But. So, number one. Last summer, there was an episode where only Armand and Eric were talking. At some point, Armand brought up the English version of flipping someone off. One would do this by making a peace sign and turning their hand around to the victim. I wouldn't call him a victim, but Armand has said...
That's flipping them off in the UK. Fuck you, mate.
You start...
Like that?
It's the fucking aggressive flip. Yeah, I think so. Anyway. Armand said that he didn't know the origin of this practice, and I figure I would give you what I believe is a true bit of a history lesson.
I do not remember this at all.
During the 100 years during the 100 years of war, I should say, between England and France,
right.
English archers were known for their use of longbows, which much of Europe had considered a hunting weapon, not one for war. France widely used crossbows, and upon capturing an English archer, they would cut off the index and middle fingers so that they could be more poetically, maybe more poetically than anything, may never draw a bowstring again. Damn. These two here are gone, dude. If you're an archer.
I get it.
That's fucked. Damn, that's like...
It's like what they did to Chucky in Sons of Anarchy. Remember that?
I didn't watch that show.
You didn't watch Sons of Anarchy at all?
Mm-mm.
Well, there was Chucky. He was a serial masturbator. So they chopped off his fingers. So he couldn't beat off anymore. They see him fucking have his hand down his pants beating off. I got tired of it, chopped his fingers off.
He was part of the gang?
No.
You kick him out of the gang.
Well, the Chinese technically were the one that chopped his fingers off. He was really good with numbers.
Oh, okay. So as an insult, the English archers would show the French their drawing fingers as "come and get them" gesture. You know, like,
oh, fuck you, come and get him. Yeah.
That's right. Oh no, maybe it's like this then, right?
Could be.
I don't know, man. 2, during a 10-minute topics episode, that's the one where we hated Armand. You guys were talking about the Ark of the Covenant. Small thing first. Eric asked how they built it without anyone dying. I think he said something along the lines of, how didn't they die when they finished hammering in the nails? Or something like that. Simple answer, they had to anoint it first.
That makes good sense.
Up until proper anointing procedure, it was still just a fancy box. Okay, well, you know what? I can go with that. Part 2.5. Now the real part that almost spans a couple different topics. Everett had made a comment that the 10 Commandments was a great way to keep control of people. The only thing that I would add for Everett's consideration is what or who the 10 Commandments were intended. They were intended for a group of nomadic people who needed to survive in the desert.
They just escaped out of Egypt.
So if you go over the commandments, you can see that a pattern of rules would help secure a population and safety for a relatively small number of people. For example...
And hopefully get them to settle, I would think.
Murder, if one were to kill someone, that's one less person to help the group on what's needed to survive. In contrast, the other rules throughout the Pentateuch, that's the first 5 books of the Old Testament, I didn't know that. Maybe not the commands exactly, but still work toward this goal. Another example would be the kill of witches or worshippers or other gods among them. While this is opposing the previous statement, it would be best seen that anyone in the group in differing ideas from Yahweh could jeopardize the whole community. So let's not take a chance. This not take a chance mentality can also be seen in the kosher laws. One kosher law most people would know would be pigs being unclean. Again, for a group of wandering desert people, if you were to eat pork, it was seen in an abomination. Is that where that came from?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Or if you were to undercook it, you could be awarded with trichinosis. I would not call that an award. One could imagine how worm-like parasites would not only cause a curse from would not only seem like a curse from the god, but generally not good. Moral of the story: if you're not sure, do take the chance. This also leads to Armand's opinion on cutting off thieves' fingers. Some Roman laws were actually adopted from the Jews. The following being one. The Jews would not have considered maiming someone as punishment, but again, now you have a bunch of people running around without hands, not being able to contribute to the community because of a small transgression. So the Jews instead hit you in your pocketbook.
Most transgressions in the Old Testament involve replacing what was broke, killed, or stolen with either the item or in question or with money. If you guys end up seeing through all this boring bullshit, I just want to say thanks. It says Day. I want to say thanks. I've listened for around 3 years, and I hope you guys go on forever. If you guys ever need anything from a random emailer and occasional commenter on Facebook or YouTube, shout out it.
Go on forever.
Maybe it should be shout it out.
And he likes us?
He likes us.
To do this forever.
Forever.
Fuck, man.
Forever.
It's not cool. It's not cool at all.
I mean, fuck it. You know, what are we going to lose by doing it forever?
I guess you're right. Let me hit another voicemail. This is Max Matson. He had a couple of them last week. Let's see what Max says this week.
Yeah, g'day, boys. How you going this week?
Hey, Max.
From Australia again.
How you doing?
He must be from Southern Australia because he says Australia. Did you catch that?
What?
Well, she says I'm Max from Australia. He must be Southern Australian.
Like oral?
From Australia again.
Yeah.
This week.
That's just
Max
a thick comment, mate.
Again. I just wanted to have a little chat today about the bloody war crimes that country of yours keeps committing. Yeah. I don't know of any president that actually hasn't committed any. I mean, you only have to look in your...
And how many war crimes have you committed, Max? Just saying. Throw some stones.
U.S. Department of Defense Law of War, and it quite clearly states on page 283, and this is coming from the June 2015 updated December 2016.
He's actually looking
Section 5.1.
It's fucking beating us. That's for sure. And he's from Australia, so we're all the criminals.
Well, let's not let his
6.2
handicap in his dialect. We're not going to hold that against him.
Gotcha.
It's actually a war crime to commit, even just to suggest that you're going to bomb a cultural...
Remind me of Rick right there from Rick and Morty. Hey, Morty. What's the war crime, Morty?
We love you, Max, but that was funny.
...site is a war crime. I can read it to you. The intent to endanger protected persons or objects to deter enemy military operations. The essence of this rule is to refrain from deliberately endangering protected persons or object.
So Ocho Man sounds like earlier he was ready to commit a war crime with those nukes.
Yes.
For the purpose of deterring enemy military operations.
Oh, hold on. That sounds like I was doing a war crime.
You're doing the war crime, yes.
Yeah, all right, never mind.
In retaliation.
Absolute duty to refrain from purposeful misconduct with the affirmative obligation that parties have to take a feasible precautions to separate civilian population, civilian internees, POWs, fixed medical establishments, and I mean, you guys have fucking bombed the shit out of that many goddamn hospitals.
We're cocksuckers,
over
dude.
in Iraq, I couldn't even count, neither could the people, because there's just nothing fucking left for them to even know what's there.
I'm sorry, that's not funny, but goddamn, that's funny.
Well, it reminds me of Aussie Man Reviews.
Yeah. Holy fuck, man! He didn't know what he was had coming to hit him. And
Really funny stuff.
I don't have an Australian accent. I'd have to work on that one.
And cultural property from the dangers of military operations. So it tells you quite clearly there, cultural property. And here's this fuckwit Trump on Saturday tweeting, and I don't know how this cunt can actually fucking get away with it. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Because it's like they don't want to charge him because they know he's dumb as shit.
And he's the most powerful man in the world. That's how he gets away with it. Like it or not. And these people
leader of the free world,
not
but you
my
didn't hear
president,
that from me.
Not my president. He's your president.
He is your president, but he, leader of the free world, but you didn't hear that from me.
I've had a couple of accounts shut down on Twitter. Just the first one, Max Matson, that was gone because they reckoned that I was having hate speech, and all I was just telling the bloody truth. It's absolute truth.
Hurts, right, Max?
There's nothing hateful in it. I wasn't even directing it. What I was saying
just didn't fit their fucking socialist agenda. Kicked him off. Could be wrong about that.
At anybody in particular, I was just retweeting stuff, and I'd read articles and then I'd post them onto Twitter, which is the only way that I could figure out how to get shit out there. I was on Facebook and they fucking shut me down for the exact same reason. So that's why when you look at me on Twitter now, it's Max Matson 2. not because I'm the second one
Is
out
that
there.
what's up?
It's because the bastard shut me down.
He just recently
freedom of
refollowed me.
speech. What the fuck is going on with this world?
Well,
there's a conspiracy out there, boys, and I reckon you should investigate it.
Does Australia
the
have
war
freedom of
crimes.
speech?
He got cut off there. Like, that was actually the end of it.
Oh, does Australia have a freedom of speech?
I don't know if they have a Bill of Rights equivalent over there. Probably. Free country. I mean,
I feel ignorant.
You look ignorant.
You sound ignorant.
Let's
you fucking smell ignorant.
Before you go back to your
There
emails.
are no more emails.
Oh, cool.
We've got all of them done.
So you can leave. I'll take care of this the rest myself.
Okay.
This is Kevin Yarrow. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's relatively new to this.
I'm hip to who he is, yes.
New to the show. Let's see.
What the fuck's good?
What's up, dude?
I've been learning recently that all the major toothpaste brands, like, they put fucking nicotine in their toothpaste to make you addicted to them. Fucking bullshit.
Is that true?
And fuck the Super Bowl. The halftime show is garbage. Okay, peace the fuck out.
Okay.
Let's start with the beginning of that there. Nicotine in the toothpaste. I have not noticed an addiction to brushing my teeth. I still do it twice daily if I'm lucky.
Every morning for sure.
Every morning in the shower for sure. But nicotine, I mean, that's a good fucking ploy. I don't know how they're getting away with it.
Fuck it, I'll go with it.
And the halftime show, I mean, it was okay.
I didn't watch it.
It's not my type of music. Shakira and
Halftime
J-Lo.
of what?
The Super Bowl, man. The other day, the Super Bowl happened.
Oh, yeah, no, I ain't doing that.
Did you watch it at all?
No, not at all.
None of the commercials?
Not a fucking single one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. All right, thanks, Kev. This next one's from Jacob Wentworth, who I believe is in the chat today. I could be wrong. No, that's Jay Farnsworth. Very close, both end in worth. So they might as well be the same person. I'm going to go for an executive decision. They're the same person.
Jay Farnsworth and what?
And fucking Jacob Wentworth, same person.
Oh, God, no. That's Jacob Wentworth's a play on J.G. Wentworth.
877 cash now?
Exactly.
Hey, guys, Jacob.
Jacob?
Just calling to suggest a couple ideas of maybe some future shows you guys could do. One is about this guy, John Perkins, who wrote a book called Confessions of an Economic Hitman. It's an autobiography where he recounts his job working for some engineering consulting firm. Basically, he would go around the world to these underdeveloped countries and offer them big loans, to develop. But he claims that they knew they wouldn't be able to pay these loans, and he feels the point of it was so then in the future, the U.S. would have, influence over those countries, whether it be political or for their natural resources, things like that.
That's interesting.
So he considered himself something of an economic hitman.
Huh.
It's an interesting read. If you don't want to do a show on it, maybe even check out the book.
So he's got a sequel to that, too, the new Confessions.
Have you guys thought about doing an episode on the mole people in New York City? Really interesting. On the base level, it's just homeless people that live underground in New York City in the old
subways and whatnot.
Subway tracks that aren't used anymore. But there's a whole, conspiracy theory that, there's like a subterranean population that has a government and all this stuff. People get pretty wild with their ideas. Could be a fun episode.
Could be.
To do. Oh yeah, fuck Armand. Peace.
Good call there at the end. That's actually not a bad idea for a show because the subterranean peoples, the mole people of New York. You're not listening to that there? You weren't listening to him at all.
I don't think so.
So he was talking about how there's a population of people living in the old subways, the shut down subways in New York. There's a very similar thing that happens in Las Vegas. That, since it never rains out there, they have a gigantic storm sewer system and whatnot. Hundreds of people live in the storm sewers down there.
Really?
Yeah. Since it
what
never
if it
fucking
rains?
rains, well, then it shit gets wet. But
no, but I mean, can it rain enough to where they get flooded?
I don't know. Probably.
Can they die down there?
I mean, if it rains enough.
That's what I'm saying.
It almost never does.
Oh.
But that'd be kind of interesting to do. People who live in off the grid.
The people under the stairs.
Urban off the grid living almost.
The people that used to live under the arch, the overpass over there. Remember the Larry Rice helped them and shit.
That was the New Life Evangelistic Center, but yeah, those were just your standard homeless people, I guess I would say.
Well, how's that any different?
These people are squatting basically in old subways and in the storm drains under the city, like making whole cities.
Right.
He's saying that they have their own government built in to the mole people. They have their own system of like rules.
Oh, there's a hierarchy, I'm sure.
I mean, it makes sense. So yeah, that could be an interesting episode eventually, talking about. There's probably even more cities that have underground.
I bet you don't even remember what we're gonna do next week yet, do you?
Oh, we had this figured out.
I have it. I already made the document. It was at the time, at the moment. Look. Don't fucking guess, please.
I'm never gonna get it. So I'm just
fucking free energy.
Ooh, free energy. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, don't say make another word about it. That
is
way,
it
when
possible
people keep
to
asking,
go
we'll
over
just
Unity?
be like, you have to go download the episode.
Aftershow?
Yeah, the after show. Yeah, you get it. You have to download the after show to find it out.
All right, thanks, Jacob, for the thought. Here's another one from Dean.
Keith Jardine.
Hey guys,
hey.
Dean here from Canada.
What's up, Dean?
Just wanted to start off by saying,
he was first
go
today.
Team Eric. Fuck
I don't know where he's going to say here, but I'm not letting it happen.
you, Everett.
Yeah,
And no, Armand, I will not dock with you.
You're
what I
lost.
wanted
you would.
to bring up was if you guys do another episode on aliens, focusing on something called Contact Ease. There's a guy in Canada named Jim Mount. He was on a podcast called Paranormal Portal.
I know this guy's name, Jim
A lot
Mount.
of the stuff he has to say is pretty cool. He's a contactee, which means aliens come and they tell him what to do, they give him information, or they also are kind of using him to watch over one of the portals that the aliens come through. I don't know, just thought it'd be a cool subject for you guys to get into. Anyways, keep up the good work. Love the show. I'm almost caught up on all your past episodes, and I always can't wait till Wednesday and to watch your show. All right.
I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Dean,
Thank
man.
you.
He's in chat today. Thanks for the voicemail, Dean. That makes me recall, we were talking about it on the show we did with the Ocho Man earlier. You were a guest on the drive-by.
Yeah.
The guy that used to be on the Howard Stern show, the Riley Martin, who had been in contact. He was a contactee of the Biavians, the aliens Biavians.
Oh, really?
And he would sell. He had the ability to draw a symbol on a piece of paper, and he would sell it to you on his website for like $40. And having this symbol would mean you'd be protected when the Biavians come back. So that was the scam. He would sell these symbols that you'd be protected when the aliens come back, and they'd take you with you or take you with them. But he was fucking great. Drunk, horrible, always wanting money, but he was cool. I don't know.
From Howie?
He was he was a whackpacker originally.
Which is?
Howard Stern's, like, you know, he has super fans. They're Howard Stern super fans who know everything about the show, and they always call in.
Oh, okay.
Like Kevin Yarrow, well, not super wacky. He could be in our whack pack. You know,
He's our freak beak.
He needs a name to be in our whack pack, but
Kev.
But the point is, Riley Martin was a contactee.
Oh, okay,
You know,
okay.
same sort of thing. Here's an anonymous one.
The
These
doc
always,
force, Frank says.
These always scare me. Frank's on it with the docking, man.
Hey guys, it's Mark the Canuck calling again.
Mark!
Just wanted to put in my 2 cents on Armand's podcast, which is going to kick ass.
Canadian cents are worth
I think
less.
you should call it Dr. Docker. Maybe a little Thompson Twins music in the background.
Dr. Doctopus?
And also,
it's not bad.
This whole virus thing out of China thing is getting me kind of crazy.
Corona, yeah.
Thinking about all the ways that it can be transmitted and it's asymptomatic. People aren't showing signs for 12 to 14 days.
Dude, there's cases in Illinois. You know that, right? Several cases in Illinois.
Yeah, the Bud Light virus.
Oh, yeah. What was it you were telling me about that? The people who
I don't know if it's real or not.
Oh, well,
I saw a really cool, funny thing, though, and like I said, I just tell
I
them. I don't know if it's real or not.
Now that you say that, doesn't seem like it would be real.
The people that own Corona put $15 million behind a campaign to try to change the name of the virus to the Bud Light virus.
Yeah, that can't be real.
Can't be real. It's fucking hilarious, though.
Starting to get a little bit panicky here. Anyways, boys, keep up the good work.
As the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reminds you right on the cover in big, bright letters, don't panic.
But do.
That's an excellent cover for a book. You know what I mean? You never got any Hitchhiker's Guide, did you?
No.
But that book, it was like an encyclopedia that tells
it's
you...
4:30.
Are you in a hurry?
No, but let's hit another voicemail.
We're almost out. We got like 5 or 6 voicemails left.
Okay.
Are you in a hurry?
Did you do the other one, too, the Google?
No, that's what I'm saying. We got 5 total.
Oh.
2 more left on SpeakPipe, 3 of them on the other.
Well, these people are doing the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
a
good.
thing. Anyway, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book. You should watch it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Another from Kevin.
Universal Translator, Babelfish. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Hello, I have 2 things to say. Number 1 is the coronavirus is going to fucking disappear now the impeachment thing is all done.
Okay.
Number 2 is I need a crazy person to be on my podcast. Email earthsuckhole@gmail.com. All right, everyone go fuck themselves. Team Tonga.
Team Tonga. I fucking love Kevin, you know? Just
like
goddamn
he's my spirit animal.
Pure as a fucking driven snow.
I mean, he's more or less a non-parody version of what... He's like the real version of what a trailer park would be. If it wasn't a parody of what Canadians are, he is what they base the Trailer Park Boys on. You know what I mean?
You don't fucking know that, man.
I do.
You don't fucking know that.
I don't know
He got past the SUVs, okay? The black SUVs things, that was fucking serious shit for a while, okay?
Yeah, it was about a year and a half, yeah. But my point is, he is what I would think that like a real trailer park boy would be like. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're from the trailer or you're poor or anything like that, but you're a crazy motherfucker like those guys.
From what I understand, they love Rush.
They do. Rush is Canadian. They also love Sebastian Bach from Poison, who was
Canadian. Well, Bubbles was just in the video.
Yeah,
Closer to the Heart. I believe that was from the movie.
Mike Smith had his own video, or the guys from Rush were in it too. So,
oh,
I don't know. Mike Smith is Bubbles.
Dark complected. Oh, Mike Smith. Okay, who's the dark complected guy that plays with him? That's
Julian. He's the black hair, always has whiskey.
Yeah.
That's Julian. And then there's Ricky, who has the sideburns.
Yeah, I like him too. He's got a Joe Dirt vibe to him, I feel like.
Oh yeah, he's dumber than dirt too. So the Ocho Man and Ricky are pretty much the same guy. Like he's like a Canadian Ocho Man.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Very similar. He always puts in the wrong word. Like Ocho always says the wrong word for shit.
I love the hypoethical when he says hypothetical.
It's hypoethically speaking.
Hypoethical. Let's do some hypoethical questions. Hypothetically speaking.
I love that guy too. All right, one more on here. It's an anonymous 10-seconder. Probably fuck Everett.
I had to come and vote just as soon as I found out Everett was in the lead. Team Eric all the way.
Yeah, boy.
Womp womp.
Yeah, boy, yeah. Who was that? Anon? What's up, Anon? You my dog.
Now I gotta check the thing.
Dusty Ray says, I'm not a rocket appliance. Like that's something Ocho would say.
Oh, yeah, like a rocket scientist. Yeah. Still down by 2. That guy did vote once, though.
Good deal, man. I haven't voted. I voted for you, so I would tie it up if I switch mine.
Switch it over then, pussy.
I ain't even worried about it. Let's go with another one.
All right, we got a couple over here. Actually, I only have 2 over here. I'm going to refresh just to make sure.
We got 2.
Here we go. Transcription not available. That's kind of weird.
That's a bummer, man. Fuck, man.
Oh, it was a hang-up. Thank you.
Oh, it was a hang-up?
Yeah, it was a hang-up. So
somebody was like, fuck you. Let's call him back live on air.
Hey there, Eric and Everett.
Hey.
How
you doing?
A little drunk here, but...
You'll have that.
Oh, this is the same as the last guy that just hung up. It's the same guy. Same phone number.
I'd leave a voicemail and say...
he does sound drunk.
What about
it?
Being... Or no, not being, but...
What?
That's the best voicemail ever.
What happened?
He hung up. He's like, fuck it. Click. He didn't say fuck it, but you can tell he's like, this is bad.
Run it back.
We'll start it all over.
Hey there, Eric and Everett.
Oh, he's drunk.
A little drunk here, but decided to leave a voicemail and say, what about being... Or no, not being, but...
Beans? He just hangs up. Nah, never mind. Click.
Is that the end of the voicemail?
That's
for
it.
real?
That's
good stuff. Well, when you remember...
714, that's Orange County. 714 area code. Let me look it up.
You mean call him?
Nah, like, look, Anaheim, yeah.
You'd be like, you drunk, and you left us a voicemail. So I'm going to call you back and find out what you were talking about.
We have your number now. That's a possibility.
Da-na-na.
All right, guys, that's all we got for the after show this week. I got to hit the can. My stomach's kind of roiling. I wouldn't be. Next week, free energy.
Energy that's free. Does it cost anything? Amarin, they're giving it away.
And we're not talking about solar energy. We're talking about perpetual
wind
motion
energy.
Machines. No, nothing like that. People generating power out of
hydro
nowhere.
energy.
And the bullshit that goes along with that.
Hydro energy's close to it.
That's not what we're talking about.
I know, but I'm just making excuses.
All right. We will see you guys next week.
All right, go. I'll shut the stream down. You just get out of here.
No, I'm not letting you stay on the stream without me.
Look, I got things to talk about.
I'll shit myself before
I will out-talk you before you shit yourself.
All right, see you guys next week. I'll just hit the button.
Don't hit the button. Have a good day if he does, but if not, I got shit to say. So here's the fucking deal, right?
Well, I hit the button. We're not recording that.
Are you sure? So maybe we ain't on podcast. Maybe you ain't on. Oh, yeah, so go on. I got stuff to say to the peoples. Yeah.
Sure you can stop streaming.
Like, what's my first fucking stream? I never stopped a stream before? Of course I know. So this part here, this is Everett's about to leave the room. We're going to have some one-on-one time here, which is me and you guys. I've been needing to talk to you about something.
Let me out, though.
All right, hang on. I got to get him out of here. Can I take the card to Brian when I'm done here?
Yeah, sure. God damn it.
All right. Have a good one.
Well, I unplugged your microphone because you were on that one.
All right. Later. Yeah. So, anyway. Everett, what are you doing, man? Yeah, okay. That's not okay. Anyway, now that we're back, Team Eric, docking session, take one. Oh, that's good, Frank. Not quite, though. Not quite. I really didn't have anything to talk about. I just like fucking with Everett. So I made him want to think that I had in here and had some, I was going to say some real foul shit or something, but yeah, I don't know. What's up? Hey, what's up? How you doing, Styler? Fuck, shit, man, just chilling. Just chilling, dude. Just thinking about where he's off to. He and then goes, you got to go poop, dude. You got to poop bad. Ocho Man Show. No, he's just got to go poop, dude. You'll have that from time to time. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I ain't been fucking doing much of shit lately. Welding and working during the day. And then on every Saturday, I've been having these fucking tournaments that I have to do. They last from about, I don't know, support starts at 9 in the morning, I would say. I go all the way till about 7 or 8 at night. Twitch tonight? That's a for sure, Victor. That's happening, bud. That is happening. Heard that, bro. Damn, that strobe is badass. Yeah, you know what? I don't really like it, and I think Everett's controlling that from the other room, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, tournaments, yes. I do, yeah, of course, see, F. Eric, of course he is. I do video game tournaments. That's part of my day job, but I do it on Saturdays because that's when the tournaments go. But right now, we're doing the qualifiers for the DreamHack Halo tournament. GoV app, I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll download it later, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, I didn't know he was going to watch. Someone call me. Someone call who? Okay, well, yeah. Anyways, I got nothing. I just want to fuck with Everett. So, I'm out of here. Email us at info@surrealtalkpodcast.com. You can find us on YouTube, right where you're at. Obviously, unless you're on the podcast, then, go to youtube.com/Surreal Talk Podcast. On Twitter, @Surreal Talk Show. UNC is the company you work for. No. No, it's UGC. Later, guys. You can call me Al, Jessica. Al Bundy. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Have a good one. Twitch tonight, Victor, for sure. Hey, make sure you hook that fucking Prime membership to your account and sub with Twitch Prime.